I'm an old gamer who's lost its playtime, but not his passion. It is super sad to say that, but it is time to face the truth. In my younger years, I could play any game, anytime, enjoy all the elements, story, visuals, the vibe, the gameplay, everything. I would obsessively play a game till completion. I don't want to brag, but I played and finished Hitman Absolution in one sitting. That took like 12 hours. Almost finished Alan Wake in one sitting as well. I remember that when I quit the session on Alan Wake, because I had to leave home and go to another city, all that weekend I could think about that ending and what could it be? What's the plot? How it would end? Like, honestly, it was wild. And spoiler alert, the ending for Alan Wake is lit. I reminisce the time spent playing Civilization 5 with all the expansions. Honestly, I look at it now nostalgically, but man, kinda wasted time. Was almost pro level at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Hold on. Yeah. I forgot how to count for a second. During my high school years, I played on custom servers with a lot of strangers, mostly Russian, but there were good people there. Gary's mod was another gem. I honestly quite miss the squad where I played like a lot of game modes. It was an absolute blast. In my young years, till late high school, I was a PC gamer, but bought an Xbox One because of Quantum Break and other exclusives like Halo. And honestly, my laptop was kinda laggy on newer games. For example, Call of Duty Ghosts ran on 10 frames per second on average. The worst was 2 FPS and most common, so yeah. It was close to unplayable. This was my laptop that I played, and it's the best. Asus makes good laptops. I don't know anymore, but this one that I had, the 15-inch, look at it. It's so abused. One key is gone. It's horrible, honestly. Now will be transformed into a Bitcoin node. When I entered university, I wanted to change my sedentary gamer life and forced myself to go out and got into a lot of university volunteering groups like ISEC. So yeah, even though my uni years, I did not play much on my PC, mostly because you saw, like, it is quite sad. So yeah, I transitioned to Xbox One, then bought a 3DS because I was working part-time and wanted to try Nintendo games like Mario, the Golden Zelda games like the remastered Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Also Pokemon games like X, Omega Ruby, Sun and Ultra Moon. Honestly, The 3DS period was super awesome. I played like crazy and I kinda even broke my joystick. Check it out. See this one? It should have the same color as the C-stick. But yeah. I love you. The portability of it was the best feature. I could sneak in a play session when otherwise it was impossible. Like, sometimes when the course at uni was boring, with a boring professor, I usually sat on the back row and played like crazy SMT4. However, nowadays I can barely finish a game. I bought a lot of games on discount, but I can't bring myself to play them. Between having a 9 to 5 job, going to the gym, having this YouTube hobby, which I hope in time can be another source of income, fingers crossed. It is kind of difficult to immerse myself in a single player game. Currently, the game I play is Apex Legends due to the fast-paced nature of the game. So a 30-minute gaming session is barely satisfying my gamer heart, but yeah, even that is slowly becoming a drag, unfortunately. Because my time is way more limited than when I was younger, I need to optimize everything, including my playtime. Thus, I cannot play games like I used to, exploring every little corner, finding all the collectibles and getting them achievements. And that really pains me, for I cannot immerse myself in the story and gameplay of a game, and that's the frustrating part for me. This is my Xbox One game collection. I am ashamed to admit it, but from LA Noir, all of these games I did not complete. So almost half of the games I own are not finished. Playing a game just for the sake of completing it goes against my entire gamer persona. For example, in the Wayback Times, the only reason I read guides was to get a collectible I perhaps missed. But nowadays, when I cannot pass a level in a game for like the first 3 times, I get frustrated because I wasted my time, so I read the entire walkthrough on how to beat the boss and or how to complete a level faster. And that to me kind of feels like cheating. Which that is not okay with me. That's why I am limiting the amount of games I buy and play. I am very picky about which games I play. So before I could play and explore any game from any genres. But now, in the present, I am looking at reviews and opinions on the internet to see if basically my time is worth playing that video game. And it kind of takes the entire good thing about playing a game. You want to explore it. You don't want to find out what a game critic likes about a game, which most probably your taste and that game critic from like whatever publication, you are not the same with him or her or whatever. So yeah, it is not okay. Cyberpunk 2077 was hype for me, honestly. I thought that was the GOAT game to bring me back, kicking and screaming from the limbo that is life. And kind of breathe fresh air into my gamer brain. And it did when I played it, but it didn't last long. My opinions on Cyberpunk will be a separate video, but the review for that game will release once the game will be finished with all the DLCs. So expect the video review to be released in 2077. In conclusion, yes, I have a lot of games that I played and enjoyed under my experience belt. And I think that if a game is enjoyable and it gives entertainment value to you, then it's worth your playtime. Indie to AAA game size and scope, it doesn't matter. It has been a pleasure to be a hardcore gamer. But my time has passed and I am transferring that mantle, including this one, to my nephews and nieces. This is time signing off. Bye, Biznachos.